This is going to be the best One Piece game on Roblox, mark my words. Now, I know you heard me just say what I said, and you're probably wondering why this guy's just talking again. Oh, it's just another One Piece bandit beater, blah, 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 blah. But guys, I am so serious when I say this new One Piece game is going to be the best One Piece game on the platform. Now, just before we actually get into what we're going to talk about today, I do want to say I hope and I pray, I'm getting on my knees, and I hope this isn't going to be a CC game, because right now it's just public testing, whatever. But I hope the game is not closed community. Please do not be closed community, because this game needs to be enjoyed by the masses. This game is in early testing and the game already looks this good, and it has genuinely, I know everyone says the word unique, but this is genuinely has the most unique features in any One Piece game we have seen on Roblox, and that are upcoming, that we will see on Roblox in 2022. So I do want this game to go far. I am actually rooting for it. I'm rooting for this game. The name of this game is called One Piece Second Dawn. Now, it is in public testing. You can play the game right now. Well, I don't know if the game's still open because this is recorded, you know what I'm saying. But this game genuinely looks beautiful. And I'm going to be taking you guys through why I think that in detail, in depth. And I'm going to explain to you why this game is going to be crazy. Now, for the sake of not making this video too long, I will be skipping out on the intro. However, you guys, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Let's get to at least 300 likes. Just hit the like button. You're watching the video, you may as well hit it. And please also do me the huge favor of hitting that subscribe button, because it's free. It helps support the channel and it helps support growth. Now, I'm going to be letting you guys know one of the reasons why this is going to be one of the best One Piece games on Roblox that's going to come in 2022. And that reason is, now you're probably wondering how this is a factor that's going to contribute as to why this is going to be the best One Piece game that comes out on Roblox. Now, immersion. When I mean, there's different factors that come with it. So the first factor I'm going to say is the surroundings. If you look at Seiji Ford's video, for instance, the first part of the map is huge. Now let's just assume this is the starting island everybody's going to spawn at. Well, at least pirates are gonna spawn at, or maybe let's just say everyone's gonna spawn at when they get into the game. The place is huge. Now there's a bunch of houses that look like houses that would be in One Piece, and NPC placement is perfect. You know, there's not just a random NPC outside of a house or outside of an area. I'll show you instances of what I mean by that in these games. NPCs are actually put behind specific places or put in specific places. They're not just left out in the open for no reason. I really like that. Small features like that mean a lot. Now the houses and the way users are going to be able to interact with them. I saw in a video you actually can open doors to go inside every house in the game. Now it could go right or it could go wrong. Now if you're able to go inside every house in the game, it would be good if every house, okay, maybe not every house, but specific houses had specific reasons to go inside of them. Now if you've ever played Pokemon, there's a lot of houses in certain towns and cities, and you're not going to go inside. Some players do, but you tend to not go inside every single house in Pokemon and just talk to the people inside of them, just because it's tedious. It's long, you want to play the game. However, in some I'm not going to say in most Pokemon games, you skipping over the houses is a bad idea. Sometimes the residents in the houses can give you an item that helps with gameplay, that helps raise your Pokemon better, that makes life easier, or just give you rare or specific items that help you in your journey. Some houses ask you to do certain things, like maybe like a small side quest, and give you an important item or item that's going to help you in terms of gameplay. Now if this game implemented something like that, that would be amazing. It would mean the owners actually pay attention to detail, and I love things like that. In certain Pokemon games, houses of significance. You're able to enter inside people's houses. Give us a reason to actually enter inside the houses, because there's always going to be a player that wants to interact with every inch of the game, and reward those types of players. And when those players find, yo, go inside this house, this character is going to give you an item that's going to help you out, it helps. Now I'm assuming this is going to be a feature in the game, since again you're able to open every door in the game, which is really good. Not even GPO has them. I don't think any game on Roblox has that, first of all. Adding on to that, the first island is huge. Now there is a lot you can do with a big island. One of those things being is add exploration, add bonuses for actually exploring the game, etc. There's no point of having a huge island that just has nothing on it, or that has 1 or 2 bandits standing on either side of the island. It's so boring, it's outdone. Now this game, I genuinely feel like it's gonna add something like this. Maybe if you explore, there's like 1 or 2 or 3 caves in these dungeons, and if you go through these caves, I said dungeons, I meant island. There's 1 or 2 caves on the island that you actually have to find, that you find through exploring the island, that, you know, there's a mini dungeon, or maybe there's an instance that you go through the cave and there's a boss you need to fight, or some sort of monster, and it rewards the players again, or, you know, some sort of secret obby, and if you get through this obby, there's a lair that has some sort of, you know, I don't know, like a mini boss that helps with progression. Like in Rogue Lineage, if you go inside, I forgot the name of the cave, but if you go inside the cave that's outside the tundra and you go through it, the lava snake is there, and obviously in order to progress to your Oni class, you need to defeat that snake, etc. So it's just things like this, exploration in a One Piece game. This is One Piece. There's no One Piece games that reward you for exploring the game, and it would be really nice if this had that. And as well as that, you know, the like fruits, the hunger system is going to be taken into, there's a hunger system in this game. Now obviously this has nothing to do with immersion, this is more of a gameplay mechanic, but just having trees that you can find fruits in, obviously if there's fruits and stuff, then maybe cooking, etc. And eating is a big part of One Piece in the anime, at least. So immersion is a huge thing, and I really like that. Adding on to that, maybe if they added some sort of world boss, right? Because in games like Vestria, there are world bosses that spawn. I know in one area, every hour there is a giant Yeti boss that spawns, and that Yeti has a bunch of rare drops that have a chance at dropping if you defeat that boss, etc. Be nice if features like this were to be implemented into a One Piece game. I don't know how no One Piece games think of intuitive things. Bringing us to our next point, which is now combat in this game looks, even though it looks very stiff in the demo, for a demo that is in very early development, the combat looks good. Now, the combat isn't as fluid as something as Deep Woken, but it looks nice and grounded. It looks polished. It doesn't look like people are geppoing all over the place. In Seiji4's video, again, we'll be using that for reference. You can see him using Blackleg, and it looks good. It looks like you can pull off some real good combos, and even things like guns, you can use your gun as a weapon to defend yourself. That is a huge deal. Now I don't know if there's going to be any stat scaling etc, but I really do like that feature, and I want to see more of that in the future. Now there's not too much to say in combat other than it looks pretty good. It looks grounded. It looks like it has skill. Now, I haven't really seen much combat that has to do with devil fruits. But again, in Seiji4's video, you can see the person that has the Pika Pika no Mi. Yeah, obviously Pika, you're able to fly with it, but it doesn't look like you're gonna be zooming across the map and geppoing and then spamming Pika Kick etc. It looks pretty grounded, and to finally have a more grounded, skill-based type of One Piece game, is going to be beautiful. There's going to be so much things you can do with it. It's going to be more satisfying to play, and I feel like doing stuff like bounty hunting and etc ganking is going to be more enjoyable, because you're going to be able to see people coming. They're not just going to teleport out of nowhere or Geppo through the sky. It looks interesting. The combat in this game looks interesting. Looks like there's genuine combos, and from what I've seen of Blackleg, it looks pretty good. Now finally, there's a One Piece game that actually has guns do something other than be useless. In Grand Peace Online, there are guns. Again, it is very useless. Even if Grand Peace Online was to revamp guns, I don't see how they're going to be able to implement it with Grand Peace Online's fast-paced combat. It just wouldn't make sense. They would have to make bullet travel time to the speed of light. It's got to be significantly fast, because you can't hit anyone with bullets in GPO. Even in games like Blocks, Fruits, etc., yes, there are guns, but you only really use it in PvE and not PvP. There's no significant use for guns in most One Piece games on the platform, actually. And this game being a grounded One Piece game means that players are actually going to be able to use guns in a pretty significant manner. And you're able to use guns to defend yourself, as in you can flip the gun around and swing it as a weapon like a sword. That's pretty GG. I love that feature. And it's just small, unique concepts like this that's going to make this game stand apart from all the rest. And bringing us to our next topic, which is potential gameplay features. I do have a small list of things we're going to go through here. First of all is the news station. Now in Seiji4's video, we did see the news place, and I'm not too sure how it would work, but I would assume it's gonna have things like maybe like an update log, or if you want to update log on the game, you could just go to the news place, just in case you don't have the game's Discord. Maybe you can find out who's the most, who the players with the highest bounties, the best marines, etc. Keep tabs on what's happening in the world with the news format. I'm not too sure if it would work like that, but if it did, which is not impossible to implement, that would be pretty cool. Instead of having a server list of the best players or like a giant board in the middle of nowhere, you go to the news poll station and you ask what you want to see, and you read the newspaper and you can see all of that stuff. That would be really, really cool. Now I did see something really cool in Winter Cloud's video. Now the Marines have like a proper Marine, like it's like a cop, a police station, a Marine station. Let's call it a Marine station, right? You go inside, there's gates. You can actually go inside a room. You open the door to the room, you go inside, you can get your guns, you can get ammunition, etc. What One Piece game has done that, boys and ladies? Like, do you guys not see how these small key features make this game bigger than everything else? Your game doesn't need to look like Grand Peace Online for it to be good. It doesn't need to have the best graphics. It just needs to have good gameplay features, and I really need people to understand that. This is really good. I'm actually excited for this game. Now, boats. I did see boats, and I did see that boats are going to be customizable. I don't know how this has been overlooked so much in this community. How are boats not customizable in One Piece games? How has this not been a thing? Why have we not been able to customize and upgrade our boats? Why have we not been able to change the colors of our boats, etc? This is One Piece. Why do none of the One Piece games, and I mean none, like not a single one, go make boats, sea exploration a thing? Why is it not more important? Why are ships really not emphasized in One Piece games? It would be like, okay, go buy a coffin boat for 4 million Robux. Oh, look, Ace's boat, and if you get Mera, it goes even faster. Guess what? That's 5k Robux. Like, why are boats always these cash grab opportunities instead of something we have in game? Like, I don't get it. And even when they add these Game Pass boats, we're not even able to customize them. They're just defaultly there, and no one's ever had a problem with it. Why has this been overlooked for so long? It doesn't make any sense. Are we as a community stupid? Because how have we not thought of this? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's been debates. This has been a thing since update 0 of Grand Piece Online. People asking for bulk customization, etc. It's just completely been ignored. We've been ignored. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I have seen apples in the hunger system that I do want to speak about a little bit more. Okay, so it would be really cool if apples had a chance of turning into a devil fruit. Let's say if you've had an apple in your inventory more than a week, it then has a percentage chance to either turn into a devil fruit or rot. And once the apple rots, you just like throw it out of your inventory, or if you eat it, it like poisons you or something. But it would be really cool if it had a feature like that. Like, all right, you keep at least one apple in your inventory a week, and one of those, and that one apple has a chance of changing into a devil fruit of any rarity. Maybe obviously you make a higher chance for like the common stuff and lower chance for the low gears and stuff. But it would be cool. That would be really interesting. This is this really far-fetched, but this game, you know, is going a little bit different with the gameplay features so far, so I don't see how this is completely out of, you know what I'm saying? It's not really, I don't think this is too far-fetched. The hunger system, just being able to cook is cool. I do like that. We haven't had that in any One Piece game. Deep Woken's really the closest thing we have to One Piece on this platform. The bleed system as well. Now, I did see in CG4's video, as he was talking, his character was actually bleeding out and fainted from that. I do think that's a really cool feature, and that's something we don't have in any One Piece game, which means there might be things on, like, you know, poison darts, poison bullets, poison swords, etc. Maybe, I don't know. I'm really not too sure how this would work, but there's a lot of things this game could do, and I'm really excited. I really want to see how this game evolves, how it really turns out. Now, I don't have a Discord for this game or anything. I don't even know who the developers are, etc. If a developer for this game does see this video, please reach out to me. I want to know more. I want to see the vision for this game. It looks interesting, and I am interested to keep up. I want to keep tabs on the game. I want to see how the development process is going. This is genuinely interesting to me. It's not just hey, there's a new One Piece game, let's make a video on it. This is a really good One Piece game. I want to play it. I want to invest time and money into it. I want to, you know, I really want to be a part of this. Again, hopefully it's not closed community. I feel like this game would really thrive on the Roblox platform, because if it's a closed community game, it's going to come out and everyone's going to forget about it. No one really wants to wait to get access to the game. It's just going to be a bunch of YouTubers that have access, and even I don't, like, if it's a really cool closed community game, I'll play it, but it's like, you can't really invest time into a game that's not for everyone. Like, why would it be closed community? I would understand if it was paid access, because the game looks good enough to be a paid access game. I would definitely spend money on it, as long as it doesn't do what every other Roblox game does, which is drift. You know, update 0 is always good. Before they make the first big update, the game's always good. So it's either they make the first big update and the game starts to go a little bit downhill in terms of updates, or they just never update the game, like certain games I won't name in this video, and it just, you know, pisses people off. This looks like a game that has a lot of potential. We're finally getting a One Piece game that's good, man. And I don't mean that's like, you know, I'm not trying to discredit anyone. There's a lot of good One Piece games coming out this year, but this is the only One Piece game that is not really trying to follow the trending formula. And the trending formula right now is taking aspects of Grand Piece Online or Blox Fruits and implementing it into their game.